This is one of the most challenging environments for a climber you can visit anywhere on planet Earth.
When I come out here on an expedition to climb a first ascent, I know there's going to be fear. It's going to be scary. Without fear, I think it wouldn't be safe.
Whoa, dude. A big part of the game is approaching these unclimbed, unexplored mountains and looking for the most creative, the coolest way to get to the top. This expedition is about going to one of the last mountain frontiers on terrestrial Earth. The plane will take off, headed south to Antarctica. The only catch is there's not enough fuel on this plane once we get about 2/3 of the way there to be able to turn back and return to Cape Town if something goes wrong. Once we pass that point, that's known as the point of no return.
And you get on and you're just like, all right, buckle up, I hope it makes it. And it's like this capsule. There's no windows. All there are these big, huge international flags hanging down the side of it, and a whole bunch of blue-collar, badass Russians who have seen more shit in their life than I will ever see.
As the plane was coming in on final and landing, you know, you're thinking through your head, you know, hope this pilot knows what he's doing. It was a relief to feel the plane touch down on the blue ice runway. It's vast, empty wilderness. Miles and miles and miles of ice around us.
The plan was to do a quick stop here at Novo Station, only to switch planes and get shuttled out to the mountains where we could set up our base camp on the ice. The weather, unfortunately, has different plans for us.
Yesterday it was whiteout ground blizzard conditions all day. You know, we're all getting antsy.
But we are doing every little bit we can to be ready to go when we hit the ice.
It's a little bit like cough syrup.
Cheers. Anytime you're delayed on a trip like this, it allows you a little time to get to know the people you encounter along the way. Very good.
Moonshine.
Oh, it's the moonshine. Cheers, and thank you very much for your hospitality. Delays are par for the course. If it was a relatively simple flight and simple logistics, people would have already been where we're going.
То есть вот здесь вот минимальная температура, ну, немного превышает 60 градусов.
We put our heads together with Louis, the pilot, and his crew, looked at the forecast and saw just this little blip in the forecast where there was going to be some high pressure moving in and we could try to launch.
We don't go. So we should just, the time is now, we go for this.
Here we go! Throttle up! We decided to go for it and took off. It's a really alien landscape. We could be looking out at the window at Mars, for better or worse. Hundreds of mountains that are unclimbed.
Then we could go over there, but it seems like we've got some stuff we can get done here. Oh, look at that beautiful summit over there.
The feeling of isolation kicked in immediately. You're watching the last piece of comfort and warmth just take off into the sky. And then all of a sudden it got dead silent.
We built 6-foot-high walls, 360 degrees. We could not have flown in a smaller weather window.
And we knew life was about to be very different for the next 45 days.
We asked for adventure, and that's what we got. And so it's only begun, man.
We're heading out on a ski tour to circumnavigate one range of peaks, survey the peaks from different angles, and kind of come up with an action plan of different lines we want to try to climb, different mountains we want to explore further.
Man, just holding it and then just bam, it'll go down.
Well, okay.
In watching Mike take off, as soon as the wind picked up his canopy and he shot out of there like a slingshot, immediately we realized this was a terrible idea. So we strapped our skins back on and just started trekking. As the sun was setting, this really heavy storm kicked in. Immediately we had to start working together as a team, digging in hard and fast. The only thing we could find was this really tiny boulder that we could take shelter behind.
We've got about 3-foot drift in our vestibule, the front door of our tent that I had to dig out. The wind's super high and we're just trying to deal head down, sufferfest. Just trying to survive more than anything else right now.
I'm looking for a route that'll reveal itself, and hopefully we can connect some lines and find something and go climbing.
Day 3 of our ski tour, just getting ready to go crush and see what's around the corner on this huge, massive blue ice plateau. It's like being on the coast of a frozen ocean.
We were all shocked to stumble upon this Indian capsule out in the middle of nowhere.
You can see this survival shelter, or this living unit, was just bowled over by 150-mile-an-hour winds. Who knows, maybe stronger. Definitely makes you feel a little bit vulnerable, fragile human out here. We could just be taken out at any time, no doubt about it.
The weather here, it's raw and it's brutal, and it just beats the shit out of you.
After that recon to look for routes, getting back to our camp, it was ravaged. The katabatic winds had come in and just had its way with our camp and destroyed it. A couple of the tents that we'd left set up were completely covered by spindrift snow. Poles broken, tents collapsed. Without us there to maintain it, it was destroyed.
The crazy thing is it hasn't snowed an inch since we've been here. That's all wind-driven snow. So,
Savage, dude.
pretty savage.
Look at this. This is fucked.
Real deal, man. Antarctica. It's Thanksgiving! We're so thankful for the sweetness of life, man.
This is Thanksgiving. Instant mashed potatoes with lots of butter.
We dug out We picked up the pieces and realized we had to find a safer base camp, a place that we could really rely on in the worst weather that Antarctica throws at us. Well, that one just has like a perfect cooking zone with, you know, protected. We found a great spot here in the boulders, nestled living with the snow petrels and the skuas. Two beautiful spires right above us. The hour is almost here when we get to climb.
Happy birthday, Freddie.
It's my birthday, and it's the first pitch of the trip.
Have fun, be safe, love life.
Yeah.
We're up for one of the biggest challenges of our lives.
This tower has an amazing crack system going from bottom to top. It's the biggest, proudest, most formidable aspect of the mountain.
This is a kind of climbing that I've never experienced before. It's a kind of rock quality and featured face of rock that I've never experienced. So far, it's just been fascinating. It's been really scary.
What's up, rock?
Slocky geek. Damn it. Whoa, dude. What really concerns both Libecki and I is this huge refrigerator-sized death block about 15 feet above the belay. It really is making for a unique, challenging climb to negotiate this kind of terrain safely. See what a trippy landscape this is?
Yes.
It's like Dr. Seuss rock. It sounds hollow, it sounds like it'll break. If it does break, you're gonna fall a long way because it's very hard to protect. There aren't a lot of cracks. It's really spooky climbing. And then you throw in the elements of the wind and some clouds, and all of a sudden you have this environment where you're like, wow, this is, you know, we're really, 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 really far out there. And if anything goes wrong right now, we're fatched.
Could get real today. Snow, wind, and katabatic mayhem. Trying to save the penguins.
Yeah, save the penguins. What a ridiculous scene.
It's horrible.
It's cold, it's windy, it'll kill you in a matter of hours.
The wind has not stopped.
Freddie's tent just got shredded. He jumped into Cory's. Man, it's getting real deal.
It got under the floor and I felt it, and then it just like that. Wohlthat flip. And yeah, it threw me about 6 feet over a 2-foot wall. We've been pretty much tent bound for going on 4 days because of the winds. We hope to get picked up for Christmas.
Well, it's a beautiful frosty day. We finally got some snow. This is a gift. Beautiful out here. We're going up, man. We're gonna take all of our gear to our high point and then keep climbing and try to get to the top. We've just been surviving the katabatic winds, and finally we've got some good weather and we're climbing, and nice to be climbing. I think for every day that we've been able to actually climb, we've had 2 days of heavy, strong sort of katabatic winds. So it's been a real challenge just to continue progress up the wall. But now we're at a point at a really big natural ledge up there.
And it's within striking distance of the top. We guess there's maybe 800 feet to go.
Climbing.
Climb on. Every pitch is an adventure. You leave the belay not knowing what to expect. We're the first people up there. The black band about 6 feet above your head.
I think I can kind of get back over here.
Yeah. You really need to be prepared for everything.
I might just need the...
Do a little tap, tap, tap.
rivet action.
Sure.
That's still going to be scary.
The consequences of falling just about on every section of this climb were definitely severe.
This just looks kind of...
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, I know.
Not very fun. I think I'd pull it off on my head. If you take a fall, you could easily cut a line, and that's it, death. There was death lurking up there. It was beautiful and frightening.
Snow, sun, snow, sun.
That's about what we're dealing with.
For how serious and savage an environment it is, there is an equivalent beauty. Just looking out on this landscape of hundreds of mountains that are unclimbed.
You're working and you're working and you're suffering and you're having fun and you're laughing and you're getting to know each other and your deepest secrets come out. You know, it's a short-term marriage without sex, of course.
Your side of the bed?
My side of the bed.
The view is just incredible. It's nice to be in a place that no man has ever been before, and it's just, love it up here.
Climbing the wall was an extreme technical challenge. It required a lot of gear, a lot of time, a lot of effort.
It was really enjoyable climbing on these big handholds and these big caves and wacos and kind of climbing through these jungle gym kind of rock. You can easily give it the standard ratings throughout climbing and mountaineering, but it goes above and beyond that. It's mystery, because you know, it's a first ascent. I mean, we climbed the steepest, proudest line on the tower. No doubt in my mind.
Yeah! Sick! Hell yeah!
Yo, 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 we're on the summit, we're loving life, and we're psyched. We're in Antarctica. It kind of feels like standing upside down on the bottom of the earth. Awesome trip. The life is sweet, the time is now, and we're hoping for a safe descent. Over.
Getting to the top, it was a relief because I didn't want to see all that time and effort that we had invested in the line and not be successful.
You get to the top and you're so excited, but you know you're halfway. The summit's on the ground.
We're packing up the air pig.
The air pig. Explain the air pig.
Well, there are pigs built for hauling and pigs built for airing. This little piggy's gonna go wee, wee, wee all the way down.
1, 2, 3. Dude, that was a great toss, man. Like, the bag had a big rip in it already.
It was the perfect soldier for it, huh?
Loving life.
Taking off in the plane and looking down at the place we had just lived for 45 days and the tower that we had just successfully climbed, we knew we just had an adventure that would take with us for the rest of our lives.
I've learned that where there's a will, there's a way. I know that if you have a dream, you can go get it. You just have to have the patience and optimism. Loving life!
Antarctica, bitches! Woo!